Everyone, this is Kyle from Money at 30, and right now we're about to head into a store that we like to shop at to save money called Aldi, which you might be familiar with, you might not, but they're expanding throughout the US. So I wanted to show you some of the quirks of shopping here and then some of the things we like to buy. But the first thing you're going to need is a quarter. So we got ours, so it's time to go. So the reason you'll need that quarter is to get your cart. So what you'll do is you'll take it, stick it in the slot, and then you'll be able to unchain it from the rest of the group. And the reason they do this is to save money, not have employees have to wrangle them from the parking lot. So be sure to bring your quarter along with you, and now it's time to head inside. So some Aldi stores also stock some beer and wine, and comparable to the $2 chuck you'll find at Trader Joe's, you'll see several different types of wines here, and they're only $2.89 per bottle. So, you know, not the greatest stuff, but not gonna spend a ton. So one of the newer items we've discovered is there's three different kinds. There's the fudge mint cookies, peanut butter filled cookies, and the caramel coconut fudge cookies. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, these are supposed to be knockoffs of the classic Girl Scout cookies, except there's one big difference, and that is the price. So I would say that these are just as good, if not better, than the Girl Scout version. So support your local troops, but then come here if you want delicious cookies. So something else I should mention, this is actually one of the remodeled stores. This used to be, so this entire aisle was just one. You all had to come through the same area before you could get to the rest of the store, but they luckily fixed that. So now it's a lot easier to navigate and a lot nicer to shop in. So one of the things we get here a lot is the milk, because it's not very expensive. This is $1.89 for the skim milk. One of the things, normally the eggs are a lot cheaper, but I guess there's a shortage right now, so they're $2.19. We've actually seen them as low as 13 cents for a dozen. And yes, that's right, 13 cents. So we'll probably be skipping them today, but we'll definitely still be getting some milk. This is actually one of my favorite sections of the store. This is the Aldi Finds, so there's rotating out different freezer stuff here. So some of this stuff is different takes on some existing items, like different flavors, or entirely different items. The only thing that sucks is that it might not be here the next time you come by if you really like something, so take advantage while you can. So this is something fairly new as well. They started stocking this sparkling water, which I'm a big fan of. You see they have a few different flavors here, pretty generic ones, but then they also have some of the more exotic flavors of LaCroix if you really want. But you can see the LaCroix is $4 for a 12-pack, and these are only $2.89. So one of the things I was actually surprised by about Aldi is that they actually have a decent selection of cheese, although it looks like they're running a little low today, but you'll see, so they have Munster's, one of my favorites, Colby Jack, Provolone, Swiss, and then these are just like the regular sliced cheese, but sometimes they'll also have some special items as well. So here are a couple of the more specialty cheeses. They have these little wedges up here, plus some Ovolini, it looks like, and some Gouda. It's actually a surprising selection. Not all of it's terribly cheap, but it's all pretty good. This is something my wife's a big fan of, the Bustelo. She says that's a great price at $2.89. They also have some other coffees here, as well as some K-Cups, 12 packs for it looks like $2.89 here. So naturally, Aldi also stocks several different generic versions of your favorite cereals at a great price. So you see $1.45 there, $2.39 for that. And all of the ones that I've tried from here have been really good, so. Also, if you're a baker, they have several baking essentials, flour, sugar, oil, and those sort of things, all at great prices as well. One very specific item I definitely recommend is this dark chili chocolate bar, spicy chocolate. It's $2, so it's not the cheapest, but compared to what you would pay at like Whole Foods or something for something similar, it's definitely a good deal. So like I said, they do have some name brand items in here, but you're not going to be saving a ton. So this 12-pack of Coke is $4.68, so definitely not the lowest I've ever seen. So you're better off buying some of the more generic and private label stuff. So one of the things you'll notice is that there's a cart at the end of each aisle, and that's because what they'll do is they'll throw all your purchases into your cart as you're going, and then you move your cart to the next person can fill their cart, and then you actually come over here to the bagging area. So we brought our own bags. If you didn't do that, you can take sometimes we'll have cardboard lying around that you're welcome to, or you can purchase paper bags for a few cents. I'm actually not quite sure how much they are because I always bring our own. But yeah, so it's a little bit stressful. They do, like you'll notice we had some very long lines here, but they go really quickly because of the way that they just put everything in the cart. So just keep calm, you'll get through it, and then you come over here and start bagging up all your stuff. So they also have weekly listings with some special prices on top of their regular stuff. And if you don't find one of these in your newspaper or anything like that, you can actually go online to their website and view yours for your local store. So now that we're done shopping, it's time to return our cart and get our quarter back. Not in the football sense of the term. So anyway, you'll push your cart in and then grab the chain in front of it. Just stick that into the slot and your quarter will pop out. And then you're ready to head home. Alright, so now I'm back in my car. There was a couple of things I forgot to mention in there because it was, first of all, really busy, which is actually the first thing I wanted to talk about, is that because their prices are so low, we've found that it's usually pretty busy most of the time. And then, of course, right now it's a Sunday afternoon, so probably not the best time to be going and trying to shoot a video, but that's probably why it was so packed in there. But like I said, they do move really quickly. It's just a matter of being able to navigate. And even though they have staff in there clearing boxes and restocking things, you'll notice that sometimes they do run out of things, like you saw it with the cheese there, where it's like they had a couple of them, but they didn't have everything available. Another item that they're actually out of is, so we're going to show you the chicken because we realized it's actually about 10 cents cheaper per pound than it is at Walmart, but they were running low on that, which is understandable. And then the eggs were kind of an anomaly, so not a good day for poultry, apparently, at the Aldi. We also recently stocked up on ice cream, so I didn't take you over there, but they actually have some really good ice cream flavors. My favorites are cookie dough, peanut butter s'mores, and then of course mint chocolate chip is a classic. So that's a good deal. I think it's like $2 or $2.50 for a quart of ice cream here. So that's something else we pick up often. But for a less hectic overview of what Aldi is all about and some of the other quirks, and more in depth about some of the other items we like to shop here for, I'm going to have a link to my full review on Dire News, so be sure to check that in the description box down below. Other than that, thank you for joining me on this little tour of Aldi, and I will see you next time here on Money at 30.